So welcome back to the channel, and this is hopefully going to be the last part of this UI series, and we're going to continue on with the settings. So I went on to right safe area view, scroll view, and I created a new view with a padding top of 50 and padding horizontal of 20. Now the next thing we want to do is, as you can see from our image, where's the image? Okay, so in this image, basically what we have is the text, the box, and then these settings right over here. So we're going to continue on with that one very quickly. So from here, what I want you guys to do is I want you to write in a new view, and inside this view I'm gonna write in a text, and I'm gonna give my email. I'm gonna say style is going to be #5. Okay, color color is gonna be #5 D616F. Okay, I'm gonna give it a font size of 14 and a font weight of almost 500 is gonna be good. Okay, from this text I want you guys to go below here, and I want you to create another text. You can write in your name. I'm just gonna write in my nickname there, and I'm gonna give it a style, and I'm gonna say color. It's gonna be 090C0D, like that. I'm gonna say font size of 29, font weight of bold. Amazing. And give it a padding top of 5. Okay, that looks pretty nice, in my opinion. So I'm gonna create in another view for the box. I'm gonna say style is equals to a height of 100. We're gonna say width of auto. I'm gonna give it a border color of #DDD. I'm gonna say border width is gonna be 0.5. Okay, we need a radius, so border radius of 10. That looks really nice. And a margin top of 32. Okay, so we have a space from the top of 32, and then I'm gonna say overflow of hidden. Save that. Continue. Gonna need another view. And in this view, what I'm gonna say is I'm gonna give it a style of flex wrap, and say wrap, and no, let's do something else. I'm gonna say padding top of 15, padding horizontal of 15 as well. I'm gonna say flex direction to the center, row, and align items to the center. Okay, from here I'm gonna start in with a view for the text, and I'm gonna say share your love for crypto and get $10 of free Bitcoin. Save that. Oh, now you can see that. Amazing. Crypto and style is gonna be this. So I'm gonna give a style and say a flex wrap of wrap. Okay, amazing. From here we're gonna say font size of 17. I'm gonna give it a font weight of 300. Just like that. So crypto. Right. And I'm gonna say letter spacing of 0.5. That's it with the text right now. So let's go on and build another view. Inside here I'm going to include the image, and I'm going to say source. It's going to be require, and from here dot assets /i/1x box.jpg. Alright. Once that one is done, guys, I want you to give it a style. Once you give that a style, I'm gonna say height of 70 and width of 70 as well. Alright, so you can actually see it's getting visible. Now, since we have this two view, and the parent view is gonna be this one over here, okay? So what I want you guys to do is I want to say this view should take 70% of the space, and I want this view to take 30% of the remaining space. So we can do style. It's going to be flex of 0.7. See that? And this one will say style is equals to flex of 0.3. Awesome. So the reason why we wrote in a flex wrap is because we do not want the text to go way beyond, way beyond this image. So whenever it comes here, it touches the limit of its own view, and then it wraps itself to the next portion, right? And let's do margin right of 10. Okay, push the image a little bit towards that place. Alright, so I'm done with creating this one right now. Let's go on and create something else, and I'm gonna say view. Actually, this time I'm gonna create a new component. So in this component I'm gonna say style equals to padding top of 30, and I'm gonna create another view for another component, say padding top of 30 as well. So the name of this component is going to be settings and account, right? So let's go and create settings.account. So I'm going to copy this name, come back here, and boom. Alright. Settings account and settings account. Save that, go back to settings, and I'm gonna do an auto import on this one. Say that, okay, settings. So we imported it from settings just like that. Amazing. And one more thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create settings security, just like that. And since we don't have the component, I'm gonna copy the name, go back and create it, and I'm gonna paste in the name as well. So let's go back in here and auto import it once again. Done. So imported two things. So this is what we want to create for the account. We want the name, and then we want every single thing that we have, the name, the text, every single thing. Okay, so going back and trying to code this one, I'm gonna say the view and text. We're gonna start in with the text, and I'm gonna say not security, sorry, it's account. Go to settings, account, and say account. Save that. Amazing. Let's give it a style and say font size of 20 and font weight of bold and heading top of 10. Okay, and we're gonna continue with the new view. In this view, I'm gonna say flex direction. Okay, just give me the style. Say flex direction of column. So whatever we have in here is in the column section, but then again, this view itself is gonna be in a row direction, but everything is in column direction, right? So first of all, we say that it is in the column direction. And I'm gonna give him a padding top of 30. From the padding top of 30, we're gonna go on and create the view itself. And in this view, I'm gonna say style is equals to the flex direction of row. Okay, row, because this text and this icon are in the row direction, but everything concluded is in the column direction. Just as that. Okay, and what else? Still have to say align items to the center. Actually, let me do this later so that you can see the difference, what happens in here. So when you go there, what I can do is I can start writing in the text. Okay, the text is gonna be limits and features. Limits and features. Save that, and I'm gonna give an image as well. So from this image, I'm going to say source. Source gonna be require from the assets comes 1x, and the name is going to be arrow.jpg. Can't find variable image. All right, let's go back to the settings. And you have the arrow, but it looks really ugly and huge, so let's give it a style right there. And I'm gonna say width of 10 and a height of 10. Okay, but you can see we're not done with anything. Okay, we want this one to come to the end. So one thing we're gonna do in here is I'm gonna say justify content, and I'm gonna say space between. All right, space between, and I'm gonna say align items to the center and justify content to the center as well. Oh, I didn't justify content, sorry. Amazing, it looks good. And what I want to do, or maybe what you want to do, is continue on with this and say copy this view once again, paste it in there, and you want to write in back native currency, right? So in here I'm gonna say native currency, Save that. Okay, so first things first, we're actually going to style the text, and we're also gonna give a margin bottom. So in the text here, I want you to write style is equals to basically font size of 17 and a font weight of 300 right there, just like that. Give it a letter spacing of 0.5. Looks good to me, and I'm gonna copy this style once again, copy that one and paste it in this style as well. But you can see we do not have any spacing, so in here you can say margin bottom of 30. Well, that looks good. And since we have that one, we're gonna go on and I'm gonna keep on copying and pasting every single thing. So let's do that for the country as well, for the privacy, for the phone numbers, and for the notification settings. So what you want to do is say in here, change this one to country. From country, what is it? Privacy, phone settings, and notification settings. Okay, these phone numbers. Save that. Right, we have everything looking good except for the country. I'm gonna give it a margin bottom of 30 as well. Oh, I know it's wrong. Okay, so in the native country we want a margin bottom of 30. What? What's your problem, dude? In there, okay. Oh, okay, it's from the text itself. So in the text right over here, I'm gonna say margin bottom of 30. Okay, amazing. So we are done creating all of this, and we are going to continue on with the setting security. So let's go to setting security in there, and continue this one. So continuing on with setting security, I want to actually first show you what we are about to achieve with this one. So if you see in our screenshot, we have the security right here. Actually, wait, no. Yes, so I was talking about this one. So we have the security for the settings, and you can see we have a toggle switch and another one and this and that, alright, and support and sign out. So what I want to achieve is whenever I press this one, I want to actually design this in a way that whenever it's off, we turn this one off as well. And let's see how we can do that. So before we actually go on to the code section, I want to install something really quickly. So go on and do npm install, and I want you to write in toggle switch and React Native. I hope I have the correct spelling this time. Okay, amazing. And then do npm install to install the dependencies. Alright, so continuing on, once you're done installing this one, I want you to go on and do the view here and say security. We can go back to the settings account, and I'm gonna copy something in here. From here, what I'm gonna need is, oh my goodness. Okay, this is what I wanted. So I'm gonna copy the text, go back, do that, yeah. Security, save, awesome. Just go down there and let's bring in another view, and in this view what I'm going to say is do style is equals to padding top of 30 and a flex direction of column, just as we did in the previous video. And from here, basically what we can do after saving is go to the settings account, and I'm gonna copy this view. Actually, let me just code it once again. So do view like that, and I'm gonna say text. Okay, and from the text here, the text is gonna be require pin / face ID. Okay, from that one we're gonna have the, actually let me import a toggle switch. So it's gonna be import toggle switch from toggle switch React Native. Okay, so alright, so come down here and let's say toggle switch, and in this toggle switch what I want you guys to do is you say is on, and I'm gonna say true. And I want to save this. Let's see what it does. Okay, so you have the required pin face ID, and let me do one more thing. I'm gonna say style, then margin bottom of 50. Okay, let's do 90. Alright, good. So is on is true, but I want the color to be different whenever it's turned on, so I'm gonna say the on color is going to be hashtag 2150F5. That's the color that we need right now, and the off color is going to be hashtag triple D, so it's a grayish color whenever it's off. So look, if it's false when it's off, it's that one, and if it's true, it's gonna be this color. Alright, so I know if we press, it doesn't do anything, right? So what we want to do is actually pass in a function, and before that let's define a size, and I'm gonna say it's a medium size, Great. By default it is medium, and I'm gonna say on toggle. So whenever you toggle the button, whenever you press the button, let's say is on. Alright, if it's on, we say, so basically what we're saying, if it is on, we can say we can return in a different function. But this, since this one is for the face ID, what I want you guys to do is I want you to import usestate, and we're actually going to dynamically change the values. So I'm going to come down here, I'm going to say usestate, and I'm going to say face, and I'm going to set face. Okay, so in the initially what I want you guys to do is I'm going to say it's false. Alright, so continuing on, if it's on, we're going to pass in the face here. So basically that's true. Okay, so remove this and save. Oh, use state, man. Okay, is on is equals to, okay, so if I pass in true in there, it turns on. If I say it's false, and just like that. So what I want you, the logic here is, if it is not on, okay, if it's right now it's false, so if what I'm saying, if it's true, if the face is true, I want you to set face to true. If it's not true, basically, okay, if the face is not true, then turn the face ID to true if it's not true. Okay, else set face to false. So if I want to, if it's true, if the face is not true, turn it to true. If I say I don't want the face ID, then turn it to false. So pretty simple, and save that. And now if you press, when you press, if it's true, when you press, it turns to false. So basically, if I remove this one and save this, if I press back, it doesn't do anything. So we need the else statement, and it's very important. So set face in there and say false. Okay, amazing. But now I need some styling for the view. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say style is equals to flex direction of row as usual, and align items to the center, and justify content to be space between, and margin bottom of 40, margin bottom of 40. Okay, awesome. Going on to the next view, what I'm gonna do is I can copy this one, basically copy that one, come down here, and we do not need the toggle switch. What we actually need is the image itself. So I'm gonna copy the text and the images, and boom, just like that. Save that. Can't find variable image. Okay, so you have the country, shows the country and this. So we're gonna change in the name. What's the name? Pin and face ID settings. So come back here and say pin / face ID settings, just like that. So / there. Okay, we're done with this part, and then I'm going to copy this view, come down here and paste that, and we're gonna actually change some of the few things. If I save this, it does say require pin and face ID. So let me style the text a little bit. So copy this style, copy that one right there, and what I want you to do is go back to this text and paste that, save. Right. Let's just do this one. Let me actually say style equals to flex wrap of wrap, just like that, and I'm gonna give it a font size of 17. Let's do a letter spacing of 0.5 and font weight of 300, just like that. That looks much more better. Okay guys, and let's take in back this view, copy that and replace this one just like that, and margin bottom of 40. Let's maybe save this one. Okay, so margin bottom of 30, we do not need this one. Require pin face ID. No, let's say pin face ID settings. Save that. Okay, now there's one more thing I want you to understand. Whenever I press this one turns on, and the reason for that is because whatever we're passing inside here, we're passing inside here, but we do not want to do that. What I want you to do is go on and create another new state. So we're going to say use state, and I'm going to call this one as privacy, and we're going to set in the privacy. So in here, what I want you to do is on to privacy, and say if my privacy is not on, then set the privacy to turn on, and if it's not on, if I want to change it back to off, then do this. Save that. Okay, initial state cannot find. Okay, we have to pass in as false in here. Do that. Go to settings, can find variable privacy. Okay, privacy. Okay, so if I turn this on and off, it doesn't spoil this one, and whenever I want to turn this one on, I want this one to go off. Okay, I don't want this one to be clickable. So what I can do is I can actually pass in a different color for this text. So let me go down here once again, and where's the text itself? Pin and face ID settings. Alright, so we can say in color. Okay, inside this color, if it's not face, okay, if the face is off, then what I want, if it's true, then it should be a gray color. Okay, else what I want you to do is I want you to pass in a black color. So if this one is on, you can see it's a black color. If it's off, it's a off color. Okay, after we're done with this one, what I can do is I'm gonna go back and actually see we have a privacy mode as well, pin and face ID settings, privacy mode. Okay, so it was a privacy mode right here. Sorry, privacy mode. Okay, after we're done with this one, we can go on and create another view, and I'm actually going to paste in another snippet, and I'm going to show you really quickly what we did. I just pasted in this snippet right here, and we have the support as usual. Okay, so what we did in here is we went on to build the support text. Okay, so it's just the same view as for the require pin and everything else. You can just paste that in there, and then we wanted to create a new button with a flex direction of row, just as we did with the home page. Okay, so we took this button right here and actually changed in the color and removed in the fill in there. So basically we have a border color of #D, a grayish color, and a border width of 0.5, border radius of 8 right there, and the app button text itself. So the color is going to be red with a font size of 16, font weight of 600 in the center. So in order for you to do this one, this is the view in there, touchable opacity. Okay, and you have the sign out text. Click on it, and by that we also went on and imported touchable opacity and the style sheet. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching the whole series. I hope you enjoyed it, and you can actually subscribe. Stay tuned. I'm actually going to keep on building more amazing tutorials. Next time we're going to try to build this front-end project with back-end also. I'm planning on building on MERN stack applications also. So yeah, there's a lot of contents yet to come, so I want you to stay tuned, support me, and thank you so much for watching these videos. Peace.